Welcome to Pillage Overload! Woohoo! I got it! One says, welcome to Pillage Overload! Woohoo!
Hi all.
Surprise!
How are we doing tonight? Welcome to the show.
Ahoy, ahoy, ahoy! River Pirate 13 and his, and I see the chats. I see
Sweet.
the chats. I see the chats. Yes.
Me too. Except for
So
I can't read it, but
So,
I need my old man glasses.
surprise! Hold on. Welcome to season 10, episode 11, Life of a Reenactor.
10, 11. If you can count, you can follow along.
If you're catching Thursday, hi Jordan, hi Steph, hi Susan, hi Glenn, hello everybody. So hopefully you can hear
Hi
us.
all.
Hopefully you can see us. Hi Chad. Chad says happy birthday.
Thank you, Chad.
Are you going to be able to read that, or am I going to
No.
still be catching up with this? So, new look.
Yeah.
New look this week. Big new look.
Yeah. Here we are. Do you like it?
Can you
Chime in if you like it.
see us? I love your backdrop. Thank you. You can actually see it.
Yeah. It's much clearer now.
So long story time. Last season we were using a webcam to do our show, and then we decided to try to use our phones because our phones are Samsung. A lot better picture, we thought, but then we had that really weird fishbowl, and a lot of you guys were like, we miss being up there and feel like you're in the room with us and hanging out with us. And honestly, we looked at it and we hated it. We hated it.
Yeah.
So we have a GoPro. We yanked that out. We tried doing that. And I had been telling Ballas for weeks that I wasn't really crazy about the picture.
Honestly, I wasn't either. I just couldn't figure out
Why?
what the hell to do to get it to look better.
Considering it was a GoPro, I mean, we knew that going live on YouTube had downgraded and all that. So earlier this week, I was like, all right, we took a couple hours and we just went hog wild on all of our stuff and redid it and got us set up. And then we decided to use, way back when, if anybody was in Smoke and Bacon with us, we used a streaming software similar to what you're seeing right now with banners and all that. And we decided to do it again. We had some bad experience with it. Mostly it's two of us trying to manage it. So
yeah,
we struggled a little bit.
One of us kind of has to do a little
a little extra work.
Yeah, we're not fancy enough to have an engineer in the background.
No, the engineer's in the foreground.
Yeah. We don't have somebody doing production for us yet.
Ever. We already talked about this. We're obsessive. We're never gonna let it go. So anyway, we were experimenting with the software, and that's when we realized that the technology, the hardware we were using was shit. That made it look like shit. So
we switched things up again.
Big time.
Like we like to do around here.
At the end of the season, of course.
I could probably watch every show this season and something will be different in either the background or the camera or something we're doing. So we gotta keep it fun, keep you on your toes.
So you now have our lovely banner up in this corner. Yes. And then down here, scrolling through, will be
pay attention, people.
Will be
happening.
Will be our favorite saying, hashtag drink more rum. And on that note, so not last week. Oh, we missed you guys last week, by the way.
We did.
We missed you a lot. And before we get into why we missed you guys so much, fun new look. I like it a lot too. I like it. It feels brighter. I don't feel like I'm in a dungeon.
Yeah. We're clear. You can see the zit on my chin right here, or on my cheek. That's my cheek.
Let's not talk about.
My beard looks whiter.
Let's not talk about how old my skin thinks it is.
You have to start doing some makeup there, baby.
Oh
shit! Did I say that out loud?
All right, jar dirt.
Did I say that out loud?
Does anybody want to come up and just help take some smacks on this man? He needs it. He needs it.
So the drink.
I see where we're going now. We're shifting to the drink now.
So the drink.
If you remember, last week, 2 weeks ago, I keep forgetting we weren't on last week.
Last week.
I drew the drink, and guess what? We actually got something we wanted to drink.
How about that?
Imagine that.
Imagine it.
So
I'm not imagining because it's right here.
So we got the strawberry daiquiri, and it's not your typical strawberry daiquiri subject change quick. Absolutely, absolutely. The drink is a strawberry daiquiri, but it's not the typical strawberry daiquiri that I would make at home. I normally do frozen strawberries, lime juice, obviously rum, and a little bit of sugar or whatever sugar you want.
So of course we never do anything typical around.
No, we're doing it based on the book because that's how this works.
Yes.
Help is on the way, dearie. Oh, Steffi! It's 2 ounces of light rum, strawberry liqueur, cream of coconut, frozen strawberries, crushed ice, and some lime juice. And it's all done in the Ninja blender. That sounds like it is taken off.
So it ought to be nice and smooth.
Actually, I'm pretty stoked about it with the coconut in it. It does. So anyway, and I stuck it in the freezer a little bit. So yeah. Hashtag. Ooh. Don't get a break. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's something.
Right?
That liqueur is
I should note that the 2 ounces of light rum, because I make both of them together.
Yeah, during the
obviously it's 4 ounces of rum, so I use 2 ounces of 100 proof and 2 ounces of white.
Yeah.
But I like it.
As light rum.
It is really actually the coconut milk in it.
Straw can stand up on its own.
That's what she said. The coconut milk is fantastic in this. It's not over. Shit, this is probably one of the better ones.
Hey, Robert. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
Ahoy, ahoy, ahoy. So, normally, we sit here and we go and we start asking, we go and we draw the drink from here. But this week, we want to know, what is your favorite rum drink?
Yeah.
Because we want to change it up a little bit. I have paper.
She has paper. Do you remember paper? Do you remember paper and pen? You can write stuff down.
Some new hardware in that drink also.
You guys tell us, comment on what your favorite drink is, and we'll write them down, and then we will pick one.
He wants to put your favorite drinks in a cup and draw them for next week. Because if you guys haven't been keeping track, this is episode 11. Next week is episode 12. And as we said, we are only doing 12 episodes in the, I guess we're going to call it the spring season. Spring season. Hello, Tess. I knew you were going to say that. Robert and Em both said the Lady Red. I should just write it down ahead of time. Lady Red. And we got Dark and Stormy.
Dark and Stormy. That's a good one.
Okay.
I've had those before.
We'll keep asking that periodically through tonight because obviously I want to get some others on here. But yeah, we thought we would end the season, obviously with viewer's choice. And you already, and I know where to find it. Yes. And lots of cherries. Bahama Mama. Glenn, Jay loves you. Jay absolutely loves you. He's been dying for one of those since we started doing this and has not been able to draw the drink.
Yeah.
And I blame it on him. Bahama Mama. Wait, drinks you've made or no. We want to know what drink your favorite drink is so we can draw.
Tell us your favorite drink.
We've
had pick it and make it.
We've had Lady Red. So I'll have that again. Bahama Mama. We like that. We'll have that again. So Glenn's laughing. So yeah, that will I'll kind of we'll put it out there a little bit later in the night because obviously you got you guys here say hi, and then some people are gonna join us a little later, and they'll say hi.
Yeah. So we'll keep it
orange
up on the
mango juice with coconut rum.
Ooh.
Oh, that's interesting, Tess.
That sounds good.
Should I mention that
we have a name for this drink, Tess?
The Sea Witch.
Oh.
I just named it.
Oh.
I just named it.
Oh, okay. Hey, I like it.
Orange mango juice.
So there we go.
Yeah. Should I mention this is a show that started about history and not drinking? We just kind of ran into hashtag drink more rum. Anyway, so we're gonna do that this week. Sorry, I haven't done a newsletter. It's actually been probably about 3 weeks. Life has been quite excuse me. Life has been quite chaotic. Work, personal, Parlay 8, projects going on, planning going on.
Things are happening.
You know, kind of like someone's birthday yesterday. My jar of dirt. I made sure I brought up my 2 jars of dirt so to match my 3 amigos. My 3 jars of dirt. 3 jars of dirt. 3.
Hi.
I'm clipping
Remember
this.
me?
Oh yeah, I do remember my jar of dirt.
I'm sitting right
I
here.
know. It's payback for the comment earlier, bitch.
Anyway.
So his birthday was yesterday. And you see, dogs are over there saying hi, Daddy, happy birthday. And it was again, I it's probably later, but frickin' Virginia being bipolar, trying to get the weather going, and the weather wasn't going before.
Thank
somebody.
you, Tess.
Jar of dirt, well ashes. Did you read the whole thing?
Yes.
So while his birthday was this week, happy birthday, turned 29, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I feel like that's like the 3rd time in the last week somebody said that.
What, I'm turning
29.
My beard is older
times
than 29.
2 minus 5. So while aging like a fine jar of dirt. I love it. Just don't think it's salt. If Lindsay was on, she would get it. So while Dallas was having his birthday this past yesterday, and we enjoyed it. We had some fabulous dinner. And I got him German chocolate cake.
Because I love me some German chocolate cake.
That we all went to bed.
Cake.
We had some, and I went into sugar coma last night. And I probably slept like shit, because it was a sugar coma last night. Cake. But every year, I should have known. I didn't have a chance to make it. I just managed to find it, and it was fantastic. And guess what we're going to have tonight before bed? Cake!
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake!
Chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm.
I have chocolate cake before bed. Mm-hmm.
And then last week, the whole reason why we didn't come on was I was in Nashville.
Yeah. She was off partying without me.
I was not partying without you.
Going crazy now.
Most of the week, I was not partying without you. The last night.
Yeah.
So
before the flight out.
Yeah.
You pass out on the plane on the way home.
I didn't pass out on the plane on the way home, unfortunately. Naps, not long enough. Short version of it. The night didn't go as expected. I met up with a bunch of people from the event. Had to go.
To make a short story short.
Looking for somebody for an hour. Driving around on Lime scooters. Got back to the hotel at midnight. Went to bed. Woke up at 4:30 to leave by 5 to go catch my flight to come home.
Mm-hmm.
So Thursday, I am so glad we didn't schedule the show.
Yeah.
I came home and I slept for like 3 hours.
She passed out here.
After. He's like, let's get some lunch. I'm like, I'm not hungry. He's like, let's get some lunch. I'm like, is that your way of saying you need to feed me? He's like, yes. I'm like, all right, let's get some lunch.
And then we came home and
then I was out for like 3 hours. It was. Nashville is super expensive. I didn't realize how expensive it was. Some of the places have like a separate alcohol tax. Pirates would not do well there. I don't think there were any pirates there. The only pirate that we know in the area is in Memphis. So, yeah, that's...
Yeah, not Nashville.
Yeah, not Nashville. It was a good trip. It was a good work trip. I'm glad to be home. And also, there's no direct flights to Nashville from Richmond. And by the way, Richmond is considered an international airport. How are you considered an international airport and you can't get direct flights? We couldn't even get a direct flight to Long Beach. We have a layover in Long Beach.
What?
We have a layover to Long Beach.
To Long Beach.
Sorry, layover to Long Beach.
Where'd you in Long Beach?
I missed a word. Oh yeah, it's too expensive. I live like an hour away. It is. Yeah, I'm good. And flying there was a disaster.
Yeah, it's a tourist trap town, so of course everything's gonna be way overpriced.
I had to fly to Atlanta to get to Nashville. Like my flight from Nashville to Atlanta was less than an hour in the air. It was like 30 minutes in the air. You're up and then you're down.
Hot Atlanta.
So, and I don't fly American Airlines anymore because of the crap that we had with them. That's on the next slide.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Paint Tree. You want to talk
Don't
about
worry
Paint
about
Tree?
what we're talking about.
You want to talk about Paint Tree?
Huh?
Talk about Paint Tree.
Yeah, so we relocated in Painted Tree. We did a post about it, but they had, so little background. Painted Tree has an upstairs, what do we call mezzanine area where you have booths. That's where we started out in there.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
And
brain freeze.
A spot became available on the main floor, so we moved downstairs, and we're on the main floor in Painted Tree now. So awesome.
We're gonna go down tomorrow afternoon and visit the store. We got a couple of things we're gonna add, redo, but hopefully we're gonna be in everybody's face. You know.
They don't know what to do with pirates in there.
They didn't even know what to do when we went in there for meet the shop owners, and we were like, yeah, wait a minute. They're like, oh my God, there's like pirates here.
Of course we came in garb, and they were like, oh my God, as soon as we walked in the door.
So Glenn says International Airport because they have Taco Bell. I said, yo quiero Taco Bell.
That's why I want to go to Nashville.
That's why we're going to No. Talking about International Airport. Oh. Richmond Beach International Airport. I don't know. They have an Applebee's. I don't know if they have Taco Bell. Can't wait for Long Beach. Yes, I'm totally getting. I started April. I've announced on our last episode. I'm saying it again. I'm not taking any orders this month. And well, let me rephrase that. Any orders I take this month will be turned around in May. I am dedicating to finishing my kit for order, which is turning out to be like one thing for me and 6 things for everybody else.
Because that's the way she always does
I'm like, I'm not really needing much. I just need a new pair of pants.
So, yeah.
And I'm almost done with them, so what the hell? So,
to clarify, she's saying we're taking orders. They're just not going to be worked on at all during the month of April.
Mm-hmm.
That is how that's going
to work. My turnaround will be May, and I'm into second week of May if you are interested. Actually, if I submit the other one, it would probably end up into third week of May. So message, website, info at Parlay, lashing at Parlay. Use the email because the last month, Facebook Messenger has gone down. People like to message in Facebook Messenger about Kit. Just email. Facebook,
once again.
Willis needs his induction cod piece. I don't have the magnifying glasses to make it.
Don't. It's a good thing he's not here right now.
He's not here to defend himself. It's not my problem. So, but yeah, orders. I got a couple orders already scheduled for May, so get them in. I'll get you out there. But some of the things that do still need to go on the website are the slops I have done. I know. I haven't made any. They're up there. I have a bunch of extra larges that are available. I'll hopefully get them on the site next week. I have a lot to go on right now. Like, where the hell I'm going to be sleeping at Long Beach?
Things are happening. Yeah.
I don't know where I'm sleeping.
You need a top K one?
Yes, I have it sitting on the end table, and I keep looking at it and keep thinking I need to finalize with you to say that I didn't forget. It's right there. I will message you. We'll touch base. Plus stickers, of course. Plus
this
plus,
and that.
Plus this sticker, because I know you want that. And then obviously we have the pub here that we have been upgrading with lighting. Hello. And then the back pub has been getting an upgrade. Ballas has been working on a new bar, which we'll hopefully have a video on to share during the summer when it's completely done.
Yes.
Maybe after June.
Because it's pretty special.
Maybe after June.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on it now, but
maybe July would probably be a good time for us to share.
Yeah, because there's other things I gotta do too. So
yeah,
pull it all together.
Yep.
Get it done.
Yep.
Make it look good.
So excuse me.
It'll be fun. Maybe we'll do a little live stream back there for a hot minute. Show you guys what's going on. Because that thing evolves too. Like this, we just can't keep anything the same for more than a couple years, and then we gotta change it again. So.
Oh, hey, Slackbeard. It asks what our favorite drink is. Normally, I like a straight, but I do like a good Mai Tai.
Oh, Mai Tai. So that's my buddy right there too. You could do a Bahama Mama and a Mai Tai.
No. It's one. We might have another one down. We didn't actually. It's not on here. So we do. I think I pushed it to the end credits and all that. We might have something special in store for the rest of the month, i.e. after next week being episode 12. We might do something after that. We'll tell you more details next week.
Oh, it's not we might do it. We are doing it.
We'll tell you more details.
But we're just not going to tell you
No, yet. We're going to tell you next week. That means you come back next week.
We're not ready yet. We got to get it ready. We got to get it.
I'm telling you,
worked out.
I have been dying to do what we're talking about for almost a year now, and we almost had it lined up, and we had to cancel it last minute, and I was really upset about it. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I'm excited. So, but tonight's episode.
Yeah, let's get into it, because we've been talking for like 20 minutes now. So
that's always good.
Yeah.
Tonight's episode is Life of Living History, or the life of a reenactor, and we wanted to go back into how we got into the pirate reenactment world. Any of you that have been following us when we were in Smoke and Bacon know the story. We talked about it a couple of times, but I don't think we've really gotten too much of it since we've been on YouTube. So Ballas and I got into pirating, as you may have heard, back in 2010 with Halloween.
Yeah.
That was the original thing that got us into piracy.
This a few times before, yep. So
party animal. So at the end, we moved from Maryland to Virginia in 2013, and then when we moved down here is when we were really open to a lot more of the festivals, the pirate festivals. We were hitting the Renaissance festivals, but obviously, if anybody who's in this area knows, Virginia, North Carolina, even in Maryland on the Eastern Shore has more of it. So we started visiting a lot of those.
We got a new person then. Who's Rachel?
Rachel Money is Jordan's.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Hi, Rachel.
So we got into, we were really taking our kit from doing the Halloween and the Renaissance up in Maryland, and we came down here and we were having so much fun, and there were so many more festivals that we started going to. That we went to the Virginia Renaissance Fair, we went to Yorktown, actually, we've been to Blackbeard, and most of those festivals, when we started going around the circuits, we ran into actually the Loose Cannon Company. We've talked to them.
And this is
2013, 14.
Yeah, long before
15, 16.
Like, years before we started reenacting.
Mm-hmm.
We saw them in multiple places.
And then
at Polar Plunge, we saw Todd.
Oh yeah.
We saw the rest of the crew at Blackbeard in 2013.
Pirates on the Beach.
Yeah.
That was in Virginia Beach. So I mean, there was a lot of places that we were seeing them at, and they were very if you ever come out and hung out and visit the crew, they're very engaging, very much fun, kind of jousting, trying to get your attention and joking. And then when you're in there, it's like they hook you in and they get you into the history piece of it, which we thought was interesting. You weren't.
It's not boring.
It's not dry.
It's not a museum type situation
Slack.
where you're going.
Hi, Willis. Who you calling slack? Slack.
What's up, fella?
So that boy genius. No,
Yeah.
he's not boy genius. I can't call him that. That's the other one.
There is actually
a boy genius.
And
So,
Todd is not it.
No, Todd, Damon was another one I remember meeting and doing meeting at Blackbeard
in 2013.
I don't know if it was 13, but one of those years.
It was. That was the same year we went free Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, that was that year.
So we went through multiple years. Obviously, we didn't go every year for Blackbeard because there was a couple years of weather was just really crappy. And we're in Richmond. It's an hour and a half drive. So when you're a patron going to those things, you got to think about the commute. But I'm slack. You are slack. But we finally at crap. What was the name? It was Black Turnip.
What?
Black Radish Brewery in North Carolina.
Was it?
That was the brewery, right,
yeah.
Willis?
All right, Willis, we're putting it out to you. What was the name of the brewery?
I think it was Black Radish or something like that. It was a brewery in North Carolina that we drove down to, and me and him. Currituck, yeah.
Willis, what was the name of the brewery that you guys did the event at in Currituck?
Yeah, well, can't remember it. And we prepared for so much. Like, I don't think he went and got any of that German sausage. Weeping radish.
Yeah.
Weeping radish, not black radish.
That's where we went. That's where we went up to you guys and started talking to you.
No, we went up to Gus.
We went to Gus.
We started talking to Gus.
He was doing his what do you want to call it?
His sword thing.
Yeah, his thing where he's the swords.
The rage. We went to we started talking to him, and that's how we got the information. And then the first time we actually came out was Harvest Fair of 2018, and Mr. Andy Atley.
Andrew put on a show for everybody at Harvest Fair.
What?
First year we went.
Yeah.
Andy wouldn't shut up the whole time. We just let him talk.
Which is great because
it's Andy.
We had nothing to talk about at the time. We had no freaking clue what the hell we were talking about.
We had no idea what we were doing. So it was great that Andy was there.
The rage, the way he just screamed. We had no clue about. I mean, we knew a little bit about what we obviously all followed.
We had seen it before, but there's a difference between being a patron and then being behind the table and doing the talking. So, and at this time we had no clue about the history, none. But
we had the enthusiasm, and we were also, me and him were there to. I'm gonna let him out.
I'll get it.
Okay, so we had the enthusiasm, but the other part is we both were there to support. It's literally a crew. You talk about how a ship runs a crew. It literally takes a group of people.
Runs a ship.
Crew runs a ship. Ship runs a crew. Be a part of the ship. Carpenter's mate. He says carpenter's mate. Anyway, so there's a lot of teamwork that comes into it. And even though we were green on the history and even our look, because we were kind of, I guess you would say, borderline between a Ren Fair and Hollywood Pirate. Actually, let me show. This is, you can't run on the ship. Look at that wet floor signs. I will run wherever I damn well please. So, what you see here is a picture of me and Ballas actually in Norfolk when they were trying to break the most pirates in one place. You remember that 2000?
Yes, Pirates Pack
2018.
Pirates Pack the Park in 2013.
Was it 13?
Yeah, it was.
So that's how early it was.
And News Can Company was at that too.
Yeah, apparently we
never
didn't
saw them, but they were. I know you guys were there.
Yeah. So as you can see, I mean, we were hinted historical, but we weren't. Mr. had bucket boots. I had suede boots. I know you were there, Willis.
We know
you
were there.
Said you were. So that's a lot of where our kit, and I love that corset. God, I love that corset. It fits fantastic. But that's where our kit started. So when we went to Harvest Fair, that's essentially what our kit looked like. I was wearing a corset with some slops and
he was with
pants.
The Devilman of Cape Fear. So no LCC yet at that time, huh?
Oh, so you guys were just down there.
So I never asked you, Willis, what was the first year of LCC?
I think it was...
Was it 2016?
Don't you have it on the... You have it on the sign.
2013. No, that was that year. So did you get...
You started with Devilman and then you went to Loose Cannon. You created
So was it all that year?
You guys were talking about like running fences and climbing over fences and I don't know.
Because you told me established 2013, and that's what I put on the sign.
That's what we are going by.
That's what. So that's what we're going by.
Okay.
You said 2013. So you left the Devilman that year?
Yeah.
To start LCC?
Of course. That's why we're 13. So.
Yeah, because Pirates Back to Park was in March. That was early in the year, wasn't it?
No, it was on Talk Like a Pirate Day, September 19th.
Oh,
that weekend. It was the end of September.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Huh.
So he's at Devilman early in the year, and then he did Pirate.
He got kicked out. Booted. As he just said. I'm reading what he said.
Oh, wow. because you're watching the comments at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm catching a delay.
Oh. So I'm seeing it first.
Yeah, you are, because I get 21 seconds ago.
Yeah, I have the comments on my phone over here, so I'm seeing them before she's seeing them.
Oh, for once, he's ahead of me on something.
Right. All right. So, yeah, that was cool. And I still have, like, all that garb.
I mean, you wear that black coat on occasion.
Yeah, on occasion. I still have the hat.
I wear that corset on occasion.
I don't wear the boots anymore unless we're at Renaissance.
I do not wear that hat anymore. That is definitely. No. I don't wear the hat anymore. But anyway, the point being is that we all started somewhere, and we looked like that. Willis had come out. The point was our enthusiasm was there. We both caught on pretty quick. We listened. We were able to regurgitate, for better of a term, the information going on. Aggressively sips drinks. Shut up, Steph. And that was Harvest Fair was September of 2018, and then Yorktown 2019 was officially the first event that we planned to come out and worked on our kit to come out.
Yes.
So we did.
To try and be more historically accurate. We
did heavy research. I was already in the sewing at that time. I was already making Renaissance pirate themed kit. Parlay 8 was already established. Parlay 8 was established in 2013. And by the way, I just need to throw out there, today is the anniversary of the first ever sale of Parlay 8 back in 2013. So nice. It popped up on my time hop. So 11 years ago. Mm-hmm. I'm not ready for this.
Oh. Anyway.
11 years ago, Parlay made their first ever sale, and that is where we're at today. And a lot of that has helped us develop our kit. I did the research. I was kind of going into the idea that I was going to do half lady kit, half male kit. And I realized when I got into Yorktown that I hate dressing like a woman with the fucking skirts.
Oh, she dropped an F-bomb.
I did it within 30 minutes of the show, so I'm okay. Look at it side by side on screen. It's so cool. You all have come a long way doing awesome stuff. Thanks, Steph. So Yorktown, we did the kit. We prepared for that. Kit was our big thing. And I will never forget.
I gave you the picture from Yorktown, didn't I?
Not from the first year. That wasn't on the group.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I did with the one of us and Mealy and all that, and Captain.
Oh, that wasn't in the grouping that I had.
Really?
It's okay.
Oh.
It wasn't in the listing that I had. It's okay. One of the fun stories is that me and him spent a shit ton of money on these stupid historical shoes.
Oh, gotta love them. Gotta love them buckle shoes.
I bought ladies' shoes to begin with, this PS, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do kind of mix, and they work both sides.
The ones that have been sitting in your closet ever since then.
I wear them on occasion. They're like the worst mistake ever.
How many times have you actually worn those since then?
I actually
maybe 2-3 times.
I wear them like 2-3 times a year.
Oh really?
Yeah, I do. I just had to wear them recently because I couldn't wear my other shoes. Anytime I'm wearing my skirts, that's what I end up wearing. Yeah, it sucks wearing a skirt. It's just sometimes. Well, you wear bloomers, and it's more comfortable when you wear bloomers underneath them. So I had gotten the ladies' shoes, and he had gotten his, and really and honestly, I did not realize how slick these shoes were.
Oh yeah, they're like when you first get buckle shoes. The bottoms are made of leather, so they're.
I bet you remember that.
Super smooth, and they're like ice skates when you wear them.
Super smooth is an understatement of the year.
Oh, they're horrible. So they're like wearing bricks with skates on the bottom of them.
So during Yorktown this first year, I am wearing these things, and Willis likes to go walk around and get opportunities for pictures and interact with patrons. It's awesome. Absolutely love it. It's probably my favorite parts of doing encampment. Well, a group of us were doing it, and we were all around this bench, and we're all trying to get in the picture. And of course, I'm short. He's tall. Willis is tall. All the other guys are tall. And then everybody, like the people that are taking pictures in the front, so I'm like, screw this. I'm going to go around where the bench is behind. I'm going to jump on this bench. I want to be above all these other guys. I'm trying not to drop F-bombs while saying the story. I don't know if you could tell. So I go and jump up on the bench, and my foot.
Yeah.
And they're composite wood benches.
Test for she remember this.
I don't know if this, but she was talking about earlier when I was talking about the skirts and all that. The benches are composite wood, and I got on there and I jumped up to. I was kind of trying to be quick about and doing that, and my foot slid on the seat of it. And you know how you got the back and you got the butt of these benches, and there's a gap there.
There's a good gap in between.
My leg went into it, and thankfully I didn't break my leg. I had a massive welt on it, and anybody
could have been way uglier.
Oh my god! And anybody who's met Mealy, Mad Dog Mealy, he's had a really hard time saying my name, Deborah, my name. So he used to call me Lieutenant Dan. And then when that happened, it just stuck. And it ended up being like, Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. Which is why, if you ever see my name being Danny Lashing, it's Lieutenant Dan Lashing. And it works. It's appropriate. I can do both ways to the male and female with the name Dan and Danny. But that is, and after that, the rest of the season, I literally walked away from every event with the freaking bruise the size of a golf ball or a baseball. Every event. It was a big joke. I could not walk away from an event without a bruise. It was hilarious.
So Blackbeard was the next one. That's where we learned the cannons. Mm-hmm. That same year, actually.
Don't pee. Go to the bathroom, Steffi. Don't pee there. Go potty. It's okay. We're not going anywhere. We love you.
We got
we're here.
Inducted into the Order of St. Barbara.
Yes, that was cool.
And that's what that is from.
Yes.
And that was in 2019, same year.
Mr. Willis saying
2 months after Yorktown.
Mr. Willis doing his whole share of an induction. I always wondered where that came from when I joined. My name? Is that what you're saying? Where my name came from? Yeah, my name is you were not able to pick your own name. You're given your name, and honestly, I love how my name has evolved. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
as Lieutenant Dan or Danny Lashing and just going by Lashing. I enjoy that. You've had some.
You've kind of forced to go into Lashing. Not that that's a horrible thing, because it's just easier to say.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I like it.
Which is a whole nother story about
St. Barbara.
That part of it.
Well, let's do an Order of St. Barbara. Actually, there is a video on our YouTube channel of Willis explaining the Order of St. Barbara, and I've actually done some research on it and the historical, obviously, because history. It's interesting with the it's pretty morbid about the Order of St. Barbara.
Patron saint of cannoneers.
Yes, because her daddy killed her and she came back and struck him with lightning. That's the short version of it. Go research it yourself.
There's a fun story for you.
But the point being is that in Yorktown in 19, we didn't touch cannons. We watched. We observed. We watched camp. Me and him ran and we helped with other things. Somebody almost had heat exhaustion and died, but all the nurses wouldn't let it.
That was in Yorktown.
And then Blackbeard is where we start learning the cannons. You fired your first cannon Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I did mine Sunday. I did mine Sunday because that's when I was in my skirt and all that. And thankfully, I was on Last Laugh, and Last Laugh's on a rail. And I've learned over the many years of doing this now, if it's a rail cannon, I can dress the skirt. I could probably be a lady. But most of our cannons that we work with are carriage. Not only is Stumpy, but Amity when it's not on the rail. Surprise.
They'll see that later.
Oh, even what did Bo end up naming her cannon? Even Bo's. But my point being is that a lot of cannons are on naval carriages, and them being low, getting up and down in the skirt, not tripping on it, it's just a lot easier to be in breeches or slops, which is why I have tended to more navigate to the boys, the male side of my kit. Because me and him are our cannoneer team. So that's where that has ran into. Hey, Boo. Boo! Hi, Bobo! Now you're our best gunners. Aw, thanks, Todd. It's because I don't want him to lose his head. we both have a benefit in it. It's like Three Musketeers. D'Artagnan, don't lose your head.
So, with Parlay 8, we do a lot of things. Some of the stuff we did in the beginning, Mr. Willis got his coat, and I got a pistol out of it. So we did a trade-up for that. And that got me more into doing the black powder. Because
oh God, yes, you were. You were obsessed with that thing. Not badly. You were obsessed with keeping it clean. You take care of it.
Hey.
And honestly, that was probably the first thing that we.
There are very few times that I've had trouble with that pistol.
That never happens.
Few times.
Never happens.
There are times, but there are very few times.
That's a picture of I think that's Stumpy. It'll show. Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, that's Stumpy we're firing. I think. That's Stumpy. I don't think it's clean enough to be Amity.
So to say, I can't see
Amity and Stumpy are both of the two cannons. Actually, we were really wanting to get a third one like this one, so we could be the trio of sirens. I think it'd be so cool. My kit in that pic is that's one of the few pictures of me. She's talking about me when I'm in this one in St. Barbara. The only thing I made in that entire kit was my shift. The bodice and skirts were hand-me-downs when I was still learning to work a lot of this. You got a new colonial dress, Tess. And here, going back, continuing the cannons, I value that I have a incredible partner, not only being my husband and all this, but I trust him. I trust him a lot, especially when it comes to black powder. I'm not a big gun fan, and obviously you guys heard me talk about this before. When we got into doing black powder, it was a big learning experience, and to me, the science behind it, I got a lot out of it, and I appreciate it and I respect it. And you have to trust your partner. I trust Willis, I trust Damon, I trust Brownie, I trust those guys who are with me. But with Dallas, me and him have our roles when we walk up to a gun. He knows what he's going to do. He knows what I'm going to do. There's no establishing of, are you going to do this? Or are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? We know what we do.
We have a routine worked out. Jordan's asking if that last
that last picture was Smith Mountain Lake, Jordan. From the docks before we changed where we were shooting from. Because the docks are just
shot
tight.
In a couple different places at Smith Mountain Lake. We shot. You shot? We shot from the dock, and then this past year we actually moved to the beach and set up on the beach.
The only problem about being on the beach is what?
There's no shade.
It's like everywhere we go.
Never get any shade anywhere
we go. When we were at
look at the picture we're in now. We're in Florida and we're standing out
in the sun.
In the sun.
But you also see that both me and him are not wearing our vests because both of his brown vest and my red vest that we normally wear have synthetic fibers in it. They're flammable. They're not natural. Our shirts and our slops and our socks are all natural fibers. And we were firing live cannons, live ammunition on this moment.
That picture you're looking at right now is in St. Augustine.
That was
we were on a firing range.
2022.
And they rented a firing range for everybody to go out to during the Order of Leviathan induction weekend. And we got to participate in it because Damon was out there. And
he asked us
to come run a gun with him. So we did.
The gun he asked us to run was his, and he was in charge of running the line.
Which is the one in the picture that was behind me.
Yeah. So to be honest, when the whole conversation came up, I was like, no.
Yeah, at first we didn't want to.
No, I didn't want you. My whole thing was because we had the pistol. I was not wanting you to I was like, no, you're not firing anything from that pistol. I don't know how old the damn thing is. I was not comfortable with it. The difference with a cannon is you light a fuse, you have a fuse, and you also have a linstock. So there's a little bit more distance when you're doing it. You light it, you can walk away. And if you watch any of the videos we have, you see us coming way back and squatting, not behind the cannon.
We were using fuses that day because in that scenario, like she said, it especially, you can vary the length of a fuse as to how long you have to get away from the cannon. With linstock, you're standing up next to the cannon and you turn the linstock and boom, you fire the cannon. But the fuse, especially because we were doing live ammunition, it gave us a chance to get away from the cannon before it fired. Just in case, for safety, it was just safer doing it that way.
Shall I show a video from Yorktown that is not that long of a fuse, but...
Yeah.
So this video is from Yorktown, and it's powder on the cannon, on the touch hole of the cannon, and I'm using the linstock to fire it, so... So
there you go.
That was pretty cool. That was a good video. I think Bo got that video. Yeah.
Yes. That was on the beach of Yorktown.
That was on the beach of Yorktown. It's one of our other places that we enjoy.
It's the next event we're going to be doing. Coming up in a couple weeks, actually.
Going back to, I know we got Kalmar Nickel, but the next picture that shows up is Smith Mountain Lake. That was the year of quarantine. The
Yeah.
year that we were dying the pirate, and we actually got the pirate. That is from screen left to right. Brownie, Mr. Willis, Brian Morey, who, if you've seen the brown coat that actually Mr. Willis wears, I will show a video of him wearing that. Mr. Vallis, myself, Broadside, and Davy Vane. That was us at Smith Mountain Lake. That was our second year doing it, and we went down just to be down there. Firing a new one this year. Yes, Bo! We're ready for that firing episode. We're excited about her. Oh, and then
run behind a tree.
And there is Ballas was his favorite pistol.
My pistol that I got from Mr. Willis.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go through the pictures real quick. There's that's Yorktown. That's 2 years ago. Me and Ballas sitting on the line, talking and laughing. And then here's me and Ballas as soon as it
Weather
changes.
Weather was crazy that year.
I think it was the year before where Bo and I made that video, but here's me and you at Blackbeard. I think this is...
We were hot in the middle of running the cannon right there.
I think that's also the same year we were hot in the middle of running the cannon and they stopped us and they started over.
Yeah.
You know how much fun it is sitting next to a hot cannon? Oh my God, it's fantastic.
The problem with that line is that it's too big. They need more than one person running that line. Yeah. Because there's so many cannons on it.
You have to relay. You got to start thinking more military and stuff like that.
And everybody's so spread out. Yep. You can't hear the person that is running the line giving out orders. So, anyway.
Speaking of which, you were talking about we didn't have any good pictures of the crew. I won't let it happen.
This was one of the good ones.
No. Hi, Len. Tess, you take care of us. Tess is Tess is not only, we joke around, she is our sea witch. She's part of the crew.
She's also a nurse.
Has taken care of all of us at some point in another time where shit has just not. You can't be in control of everything. Shit happens. It's how you approach when it happens. Some of us get a little bit more emotional than others. It's just how you control that emotion. So.
And we are fortunate to have her.
We are fortunate to have her, and who the fuck put that on my head?
She's taken care of me a couple of times.
What put on your head? What am I? You talking about the scarf on your head in this picture? Is that what you're talking about, Steffi? The purple scarf. It's so pretty. You're so pretty, love.
If he puts that on my head, what? Stephanie, what are you talking about?
I don't know. You shouldn't be bitching. You see Captain? He shaved his beard. This is Captain. He shaved his beard. I miss Captain. Anyway. Yes, she's complaining. No, honey, don't worry about that. This is Beaufort. I think we're all sweating and dying. There's Ballas. That's Fingers. I look bold. You do not look bold. Person turquoise waving.
Okay, so we gotta catch up here. You're in ahead of us in the pictures. I'm
not really, because a lot of these aren't really. I didn't get the tent into the group, unfortunately. I was rushed. That happens.
Anyway.
It happens.
So we originally made our tent for vending, because that's what we thought we were going to be doing. Our tent is a baker tent. If you know anything about a baker tent, it's basically sorry to explain it.
It's an opening with a fly attached to it, so when the heat hits the fly, it comes back into the back of the tent.
Yeah, there's a fly out the front, and it kind of goes diagonal down to the back. The good thing about it for vending is you can sleep in it and vend in it at the same time. But I'd love to be able to show it to you.
I'm working on it. You keep talking. Keep talking.
So we kind of made it for reenacting and vending so we could use it for both. And we have. We haven't used it for vending as much as we have used it for reenacting.
We've used it once for strictly vending.
And this is where, things come into play where you're trying to do things that work for you, that don't quite fall into the the golden age piracy. So a Baker tent is early 1800s is when they were mostly used. They weren't really used in the golden age of piracy.
They were definitely afterwards.
Yeah. Golden age would have been more like wedge tent style, early 1700s, and really pirates would have actually just built a tent.
They were like, oh, it's a canvas. Just cover me so I don't get wet.
Out of canvas sails and oars. But, we got to actually live in these things for a weekend, so we're not sleeping in
it. Works, so it looks really well if you like it.
Oars and sails. As much as I would love to do that.
But it looks good.
It looks cool. And don't get me wrong, it's period correct. But that's not how we roll. There's got to be a little bit more comfort to it. And we got way too much stuff that we got to bring with us that we need to fit inside of a tent. That
I'm sure if anybody went and looked at all those pictures of this is like, I'm just going away for a weekend as a reenactor.
There's a time and a place for that kind of stuff. Not really in what we do. So I thought you turned your...
I did. The only person that can get through is Bo and Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what picture. That's Harvest Fair, Lindsay. There's a handful of people who can get through my.
So we're trying to switch that around now. This year, I think we're going to go with reenacting and kind of twisting it into vending at the same time. So we're changing up what we're going to be doing with our presentation. It's going to be pretty cool, so you guys got to come check that out.
I don't think I have it on this computer.
What, a picture of the tent?
Yeah, I thought I did. It's on my personal computer. I look bold. We're making
If you would have gone into the Google Drive, there's pictures of it on there.
Yeah, I sent you the picture of your tent. Yeah.
We got 3 minutes left on it.
Oh, we got plenty of time left. We could keep talking if we want. It's our show.
So, yeah. So we did it at City of Oaks. We vended out of the tent. We've done it at Harvest Fair. We did City of Oaks was like, what, 2016?
2019 was City of Oaks. We didn't actually start officially vending until after 2018 when we felt that there was people interested in it.
Yeah, it's taken us a little time to build up our customer base and, trying to get that worked out. So I think now is the time for us to go back into vending. So we're going to probably be doing that a little more often here coming up.
Oh, of course.
Obviously, we're still sticking with the reenacting. That's not going anywhere.
All right.
But we're going to try and combine them.
Bo and Tess, thank you. Bo and Lindsay, thank you for both sending me stuff. I don't ask me. I'm on a separate device, and the way Messenger has changed all their shit with password coding. Anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't add them to what we're doing right now.
I could, but I don't want to screw up anything else. So,
since this is the first time we're using this software,
I'm just figuring this out. Oh, here you.
What are you doing?
I'm going to show this real quick. This is a video of Ballast and I at Bath in front of the fly that's in front of our tent.
Yeah. That's me doing a flag demonstration. So obviously you all know I made flags, and I was doing a demonstration of the progression of the British flag. And that was just a little piece of that. This one that's up there right now is us in Cedar Key. With
Amity and Stumpy, which, all right, any cannon enthusiast, let me promise you, we are not sitting in front of the barrels. We are positioned And it's a camera illusion.
Here's the thing about that picture. It looks like that cannon is pointing at us, but it's not.
Yes, you did one.
Damon is the one that's taking that picture.
Damon positioned the freaking cannons with that.
Damon would not have pointed a cannon at us and taken a picture of it pointing at us. So that tells you anything about that picture.
And if you question, there's Damon standing with us at the same event.
Which is probably like within 2 or 3 pictures of the picture that you just saw.
And both cannons are right behind us saying, "Hey, I made it to YouTube." Lend your video of me with the hold on. All right, you want to make it to YouTube? Here's another one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Listen to this one. Yeah, Lindsay, that's you laughing.
Don't go off half-cock. That's what happens when you pull the trigger, nothing happens.
So that was a good time.
I don't know who laughed in the background of that. That was the part that
everybody's
was...
like, yep, that's us firing weapons on the line. Good times.
There's a couple of videos for me at that time where hysterically entertaining myself. we'll
like
just,
you always do.
We'll just leave it at that, where I'm giggling like an idiot. Obviously, Ballast and I I'm going to go through the pictures real quick. We can continue this episode next week. There's Ballast and I at the Virginia Renaissance Festival. We go in kit, duh.
That was this past year.
Here's, I would say that this picture and maybe the next picture is me and him in our signature outfits. I think a lot of people now know me in my blue shirt and my red vest, and him in your blue shirt and either your...
So this is what I would wear summertime, what you're seeing in that picture normally. Wintertime would be the brown vest and maybe something a little warmer. And my black hat, because my black hat is wool and this one's straw, so this obviously is good for warmer weather. And my wool hat is good for colder weather. Sorry. Got a little sniffle going.
They're laughing at me.
Because you're a dork.
But they love me, they said. They love me. They truly love me. And then the other one is you going in your dark version.
There's the other hat.
That's your dark version.
Because it was a little cooler that day.
Yeah. I think it's cool literally, how each of us have our own... people know Ballast and Lashing by our looks, like Mr. Willis. They know Mr. Willis by his red vest and all that. So it's just interesting to see the progression and honestly how long we've been doing this and the people who know us. It's kind of also weird, for lack of a better word, on it. So we are at the top of the hour. We kind of bullshitted a lot at the beginning of the beginning of the show. So next week we're going to continue on with this show. We're going to talk about more with our life as reenactment. We're going to talk a little bit more, not only about our cannon firing, but about our sword fighting, about how we were able to get into that.
More about what goes into making up the encampment.
The technical pieces of it.
Yeah, what we do, what our life is like on a weekend, and what goes into the encampment, what goes into why the encampment is the way it is, things like that.
Evolution of the encampment, how me and Dallas, when we first started this and we looked at it and like, we're going to do this. And
why we made the decisions we made to change it.
There's a big decision.
I can tell you a lot of the reason I made the decisions I made is because I'm getting old and it hurts. So trying to be more comfortable.
Because he's old as dirt. So next week, make sure you come and tune in for our part 2 conclusion.
Part 2.
Oh, actually, these.
Oh, we gotta pick our drink.
Yeah. These are the. Okay.
So you're gonna.
Hold on. So basically, you've been doing this long enough that a 10-year-old kid you meet could be turning 21 this year. Stephanie, shush.
Damn, Stephanie.
Woman.
Why you gotta put it like that?
Why?
Dang. As if I didn't feel old enough already. One.
We all feel old. So I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to chime in and give me another drink. If not, these are the ones we're gonna draw.
Willis, give us a drink. What's your favorite drink?
Oh, well,
other than
the Willis.
Other than the Willis.
No. We gotta put. Okay, I'm gonna help him out. I'm gonna put the Willis into it.
The Willis.
The Willis. We know what it is.
But give us another one. Give us your favorite drink other than the Willis. That if you went to a.
No, his other drink would be like straight liquor.
Well, no. If you went to a restaurant and they couldn't make you the Willis.
What would it be?
What would you order?
The Willis.
Off the menu.
The Mrs. Willis mimosas.
Or what would you mimosas?
The Black Tooth Grin.
Black Tooth Grin.
All right, I don't know what that is, but we'll add it into the
right. We'll have to look that one up.
I'm writing it down so I can add it into the mix. I'm just gonna call it the Black Tooth Hurricane.
Rum straight up. Duh. We knew that. That's not what we're going for here.
She said hurricane.
Who's that?
Steph said hurricane. Rum and Coke, because I'm lame. You are lame.
That is.
Lindsay, I'm
really
not putting that down there. That's like a college drink. I can't handle that.
Come on, then. You got something better now.
My nose is.
Chad, what is Chad? Captain Silver's. Mike's heart, what?
Captain Silverbeard, Mike's Harder Blood Orange and Jameson Orange. Okay.
Woof. That's a lot of orange. Son.
Right. No. Chad. Look at me right now. I'm going to tell you this one-on-one.
While we've got you.
Because I love you and I respect you. I will add this really quickly into these, but I will let you know how much, and I will repeat it for the rest of my days, how much I hate whiskey.
Yeah, we ain't drinking.
I do not like whiskey.
Nobody behind this bar drinking no Jameson, so I love you, bud,
City Distillery is honestly one of the first ever places since my college years, and I'm going to call this the Chad, by the way. I'm not writing out everything he said. The Chad. That I enjoyed their whiskey. P.S. I will never touch another whiskey.
Said it's so good.
I bet it is. That's what they all say. Oh, that went down. That's what they all say. They all tell me it's good. And guess what? It's not. So I love you. See, it's right here. Chad. See, it says the Chad. I love you. I love you. I'm putting it there because I love you. If I draw this, I'm going to cry. But guess what? Guess who's not drawing it?
All right.
Queen's Road. All right, Steph, you already gave me a drink, so I put the one in here, honey. I gotta stop. Cause you're a lightweight. I am not a lightweight, you asshole.
Why are we using the language? All right. So
Willis,
who's drawing, me or you?
You're drawing, cause you can bitch about it afterwards. All right. Thank you, guys, for those who we have a decent amount here.
Contributed.
What do you great? No. Oh no. Lindsay, I already got your drink in here. You're done. I wrote it
You
down.
only get one.
Bloody brain and no, and I've had one of those before. And they're effing awful.
All right.
Okay.
What do we got? Are we ready?
Pick the flower. Pick a petal from the flower. Sure straw. Oh shit.
I picked the fat one.
I bet you did. What do we got? Blackbeard.
Black what?
It was, yeah, he was. I am not. Shut up. I just don't eat enough.
I can't read your writing.
It says Blackbeard because
No,
I
it
short.
doesn't. What? That does not say black.
Blacktooth.
Blacktooth something? Who had the Blacktooth drink?
The Blacktooth Grin.
Blacktooth Grin.
Far Side Flip.
Alright.
Oh my god, I'm done.
Who had the Blacktooth Grin?
It's straight Crown Royal with a splash of.
You just stop buying whiskey.
That is not rum. That is all.
Funny.
All right, hold on. We're doing one more. I said rum with a splash of rum. I'm assuming that's supposed to say rum because you can't spell. And that is. Oh no.
All right, yeah. The Blacktooth Grin is a cocktail made with equal parts Crown Royal and Seagram 7, served over ice, topped with a splash of Coca-Cola to darken the color. What kind of wusses are you people?
All right, I need to back up because
Dark and stormy.
okay.
Dark and stormy we can do.
All right. We got Blacktooth. All right, here's the deal. I will make one Blacktooth next week.
We should have clarified that these should be rum based.
They are rum based drink. I said, what's your favorite rum? Is there no rum in this one at all for the Blacktooth?
Dark and stormy is a rum based drink.
But Blacktooth is not. Okay, you're disqualified. I love you, but no.
It's.
I said, what was
Crown
your?
Royal and Seagram 7.
I asked your favorite rum drink. Rum. Dark and stormy. Hey, Steffi, didn't you say dark and stormy?
Now you made her mad.
Ah. I love you. We're doing dark and stormy next week. Anyway, okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us this week. Come back next week. We're going to continue the conclusion. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm still figuring this out. I'm still doing this. Can I go back to it? How do I? No. Remove from scene. Okay, there we go. Next week we'll continue the conversation because we obviously didn't finish. We have a little bit more to talk about from even our tonight's conversation.
There was only a few more things we were going to cover this week, so we didn't really
we'll
miss
add
a whole lot. But
we'll add it on next week. But next week we'll also talk about what our plan is for the last 2 weeks of April. And we're super excited about that because
wrap up the season.
Everything on here.
Wrap it up.
So thank you. We are always appreciative of you guys joining us. Thank you for our new experiment. Now we're playing around.
Thanks, guys.
We
appreciate everybody coming out.
Mo, Steffi, Chad, Tess, Todd, Jordan, Lindsay, Rachel, everybody. There's a lot of people on here. I'm extremely grateful you guys came out. You had a lot of fun. We'll see you next week. Please come back next week.
Yeah.
Because we do have something really fun. I think you guys will get a kick out of it. Until then. Hashtag. Drink more rum.
Like we do.
Da, 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 da.